Hello, it's me, Riley, and I have a LightTracer unboxing and review. I was starting a sketch, well I did the sketch and then I was starting to outline it in ballpoint pen, and I smeared the pen all over the page. And now, since it's mixed media paper I was working on, it's very thick and hard to trace over, so I got this light box, or my mom got it for me. It retailed for about $60, but we had a Michaels coupon for 50% off, so it was about $30. And the brand is LightTracer LED Light Box by Artograph. So I'm just gonna open this up and try to fix that drawing that I messed up on. So if you don't know about these types of things, it's basically, it's a light that shines on the box, or from the box, and you just put paper over the paper you messed up on, or the paper you want to trace, and then the light will shine through so you can see the thing you want to trace. Seems like these are the manuals, and here is the light box. So I'm assuming you plug it in, and I'm assuming that adapter will be in here. Yep, so here's the adapter. It's not battery operated. I'm assuming you just plug this into the wall and plug this into the light box. And the instructions are on this card. So here it shows that the adapter here goes into this little thing, and the plug goes into the outlet. Then you switch the power button, and there it goes, it turns on. Then you just trace. So no scissors, no scalpels, no, what is that, brushes? I don't know what that means, but So at the top of the light box there is a little indentation where you can put your pencils and pens, which is pretty nifty. There's also these little notches at the bottom that will hold on to your paper. So now I take the paper I messed up on and put it underneath the paper I want to draw on. And I make sure there's no other papers on there. And turn the light box on, and even through fairly thick mixed media paper, the drawing that I had done earlier shines through, the pen marks and the pencil marks, which is really cool. So now I'm just using ballpoint pen and tracing over what I want to trace, making sure that I am starting on the left side and moving toward the right, because that's why I smeared the paper before I started on the right side and my hand smeared the paper. One thing that I should note about this light box, and probably any light box, at least any that use LED lights, is that after a while, meaning like 10 minutes or something, it does strain my eyes a little bit. My eyes are feeling a little burning and strained, so just make sure you're being careful with how long you're using this for. All in all, I am very glad I got this light box, and I think it will be very helpful in the future, because I know everyone makes mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, so I'll make more. So having this as a backup idea for redoing drawings that I messed up on is a really cool thing. So that's my little review. If you want to stick around to see how I do the rest of this drawing, go ahead. So I'm using my Tombow brush pens. This is the bright, vibrant set, something like that, and I'm just making kind of a rainbow outline around the yellow center. Here is where I mess up yet again. I start using the orange when I should have been using green to complete the rainbow, and I decided not to redo this drawing because of how much work I'd already put into it, so I just kept going. Mistakes are okay if you're not doing a commission or paid work, at least, and so who cares? And I used a very thin washi tape around the edges to make the edges crisp and clean and white. So as you may have guessed, this is not actually Rainbow Dash. I know it kind of looked like Rainbow Dash before I started coloring the mane, but this is my redesign of Sunny Daze, which is a Gen 3 pony. And I gave her wings to be a Pegasus in my redesign for my story. So yeah, I'm just drawing that. Here for the shading, I am using the pink Tombow brush pen, picking it up off a swatch with the colorless blender and using that to shade. And lastly here, I am just using a white gel pen, which I also picked up at Michael's, and adding a few little accents. So that's it for this drawing, and that's it for this video. Just remember, it's okay to make mistakes. It's part of learning. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!